Britain's latest military move near Russian waters looks bold, but also desperate. According to Military Watch magazine, Royal Marine Special Forces have begun high-risk maritime drills in the eastern Baltic, rehearsing coastal raids and oil rig seizures only a few hundred miles from Russian territory. The timing is no accident. As President Putin reinforces his Baltic presence, London scrambles to prove it can still shape the Northern Front. Code-named Exercise Baltic Dawn, the operation is Britain's answer to Putin's tightening maritime grip, but one that risks dangerous escalation. Military Watch magazine reports the drills mirror Russian hybrid tactics: rapid coastal strikes, offshore takeovers, and counter-blockade maneuvers. While Moscow projects strength from a position of control, Britain's training looks more like deterrence, an anxious reminder that NATO's maritime edge is slipping. The drills involve the Special Operations Maritime Task Group, elite Royal Marines from 42 and 47 Commando, backed by the 3rd Ranger Battalion. Operating from RFA Lime Bay, they practice boarding missions, rig seizures, and amphibious landings, rehearsing how to retake key assets if war at sea intensifies. Western analysts tell Military Watch magazine the training reflects NATO's new focus on defending energy and subsea assets. Targets Russia is accused of probing. The scenario closely resembles recent Baltic tensions, where both sides test how far they can push without crossing into open conflict.
You have said for months that you're ready for a ceasefire and you're ready to meet Putin. Yet he continues to stall and play for time. Putin is the only person who does not want to stop this war. His strikes on civilians this week made that crystal clear once again.
Starmer's rhetoric is sharp, but behind the podium, Britain faces shrinking leverage. As Military Watch magazine notes, Putin dictates tempo across every front: military, economic, and psychological, while London's measures, from sanctions to drills, look more symbolic than strategic.
Putin has rejected the opportunity for talks once again. Instead, he's making ludicrous demands for Ukrainian land which he could not take by force. Now, of course, that's a non-starter. At the same time, he continues to target Ukrainian civilians and energy infrastructure ahead of winter, all aiming to maximise human suffering. So this is the time for pressure, because that's the only way to change Putin's mind, the only way to bring him to the table.
Observers warn that Britain's new maritime posture is a double-edged sword. It signals NATO resolve, but also confirms Russia's upper hand, forcing London into constant military signalling rather than decisive action. Under Prime Minister Starmer, Britain appears more reactive than dominant, echoing America's pressure, but lacking its muscle. In the end, the message is unmistakable. A slow-burning shadow war is unfolding on Europe's cold waters. As Royal Marines sharpen their skills off the Russian coast and Putin expands his control of strategic choke points, the contest for the Baltic is no longer theoretical. It's underway. Military Watch magazine calls it the quietest, most dangerous front of Europe's modern war.